Hello, my social media friends. I'm sure you are all fine. Today, I want to give you information. Maybe, actually, I want to share some of my experiences about teaching methods. We as teachers sometimes encounter some problems during our lectures. Uh, we may overcome some of these problems. However, some of these problems sometimes compel us to find new solutions. I have been working as an English teacher for 23 years in an Anatolian high school in Denizli, Acıpayam province. And during this period, I have experienced many interesting things in our lessons. Now I want to talk about four pillars. What are these four pillars? The first one is flexibility. What do I mean by flexibility? Think that we have managed a class last year, and last year we were strictly adhered to our rules about the class management. And yes, we ended the term, we were successful because that strategy worked there. But when we come to a new classroom, in my opinion, at the beginning, we should give assessment process time to ourselves in order to learn the psychology of the students, learn their mood and characteristics. Because each class has its characteristics. Maybe they like group working, maybe they don't like group works, maybe they want to share their ideas openly, maybe not. So during this assessment process time, we will have an idea about the strategy that we will apply in that term. So rather than being strictly linked to our previous rules about class management, we should year by year, sometimes 2 times in a year, we should upgrade our strategy and come with a new strategy to a new classroom. I mean a new strategy for each classroom. The second one is coherent behavior attitude. In my opinion, we should give our students the idea that my teacher always behaves freely, fairly to all of us. And we should give the idea that my teacher never does any kind of discrimination or separation in my classroom. So, if we succeed to give this idea, I am sure it will be a correct class management. The third one is principles. There is no need to inform our students about the principles, about our principles at the very beginning of the semester. Rather than imposing the principles verbally, we should just apply them. For example, a student came late in the first week of the classes, and you wrote him or her absent. Then the other students learn. Or to students, we have to give the idea that our teacher likes a clean classroom environment, or our teacher wants us to do the assignments on time. Yes, I want to repeat the gist here. The gist here is that rather than imposing these rules verbally, please make them feel these rules by your body language or by using another psychological methods. The third one is making a spiritually free, spiritually safe classroom management. What I mean by that question, by that principle, there is a hindered question in every student. The question is this: are my ideas worth listening? Yes, in my opinion, every child, every student has this hindered question in himself or herself. So, we should choose a student-centered lesson rather than a teacher-centered lesson in terms of speaking times. Yes, we should give at least iterational base at about 40 or 50 minutes in their both target and the native languages. I mean, we have to give chances, but all of them. This chance should be given to all of them, not only one students. We should give the chance to express themselves in our classroom. In this way, the borders over which they couldn't pass their psychological walls, in my opinion, will be overcome. At the very core of our teaching methods or classroom management, there are the most important ones. These are love, passion, respect, and having a positive attitude. Yes, these kinds of things, in my opinion, is the basic principles of being a teacher. We don't have any chance other than loving our students, loving our job. So if love and respect comes, it is not very hard to solve the problems about the classroom management. All in all, if these methods are might confusing, we have the easiest. This the easiest one. What is this easiest one? The easiest formula is behaving them as if they are own children. Think that your children has an addiction about drugs, telephone, social media, or other kinds of addictions. What kind of a strategy would you improve? In my opinion, the strategy will have mercy, will have constructive approach. So when we come to the classroom, if we think that they are, yes, they are our own children, in my opinion, it will shape our teaching methods in the best way, because we do the best things for our children. So just apply this mentality. See them as your own children. Yes, today students feeling in our classrooms are biologically not our children, but they are our country's future. They are the real representatives of peace, freedom, and justice. So if we can form a peaceful environment, peaceful classroom management, which consists of the things, the pillars that I tried to mention, I think life and future will be more livable. Thank you for listening. Thanks a lot.